Today I want to talk about an interesting mechanic in Dragonwilds, surfing. Normally when you use wind step, it reduces gravity and slows down your fall, which in turn reduces fall damage. However, you can still take damage, and from certain heights you can even die. But there's a trick. If you fall onto a steep enough surface like the side of a cliff, it can significantly reduce the damage you take. In fact, if the slope is at just the right angle, it can completely negate the damage. This means it's possible to jump from great heights and surf down cliffs to safely land, even without using wind step. Most steep cliffs won't fully prevent fall damage without wind step, but they can still greatly reduce it. A simple way to check if a slope is good for surfing is to stand on it. If you automatically slide down, then it's steep enough to surf on. While experimenting with this mechanic, I got the idea that it might be useful for speedrunning the Crystal Ball quest, since the quest starts on top of a high cliff. However, it turns out that Archie had already discovered and used this trick in his speedrun. Here's the spot he found. While looking for more usable natural ramps, I wondered, could you build structures for surfing too? And it turns out you can. Using ash logs, you can build 60-degree angled beams. These beams are so steep that you automatically slide down them, making them perfect for surfing. While exploring, I also found a natural spot, a pit surrounded on all sides by steep enough slopes, allowing you to fall into it without taking damage. However, escaping from the pit does require wind step. That gave me another idea. What if you put opposite facing 60-degree beams close together? This way you could safely fall between them and climb out without needing wind step. And it turns out this works. Finally, I took it a step further and combined multiple ramps. The end result is this. Buildable surf ramps enable you to jump from anywhere and place a ramp under yourself mid-fall to avoid most fall damage. It's a bit tricky to pull off, and it can't negate the damage completely, so often it's more practical to pre-place ramps in useful spots. Leggings of lightness are not as good as wind step, but you can combine them together, resulting in very little to no damage taken from most heights. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.